What's up, everybody? Brett here, and I'm back today playing some more Darkest Dungeon on my YouTube channel, Goodtalk Gaming. Man, last episode had a crushing defeat. Not so much a defeat as just a demoralizing loss of character. I hated to lose the Arbalister that way, but at the end of the day, we did get the item, and we beat the Shambler. So what I'm going to do right now, I've got this team, this squad ready to go. I think we're just going to go into the Warrens. We're going to try and make a little gold here with the Antiquarian. I had to spend a lot to put most of our heroes in some sort of triage. Triari can't go in because she will only seek stress relief in one of the places, and currently that's where the caretaker is, so she can't get any stress relief, but we'll take care of her next week. Also, I do want to go back into the boss, but I don't really value the Sanguine Snuff as an item very highly. Hopefully it revolves and goes into something better. And then, depending on what that may or may not be, we'll either go into here, or we will go into the farmstead today and take out the miller. So, that's the plan, and let's rock and roll. Everyone's already upgraded. We've got the items. Good to go. And we're going to go ahead and jump in. Let's just start provisioning. And it's a short dungeon. Let's take a little bit of extra stuff. I like to take a stack in one usually. That first torch gets burned up instantly, and torches are so cheap, you only really miss them if you don't have them. So, I think this is good. I think this is good. Let's take an extra 4 food in case we get an early hunger tile. But other than that, let's roll. It's a veteran dungeon. I'm only a tiny bit concerned just because a lot of the people in this group are under-leveled. On purpose. We're just trying to get a few characters up to a higher level. Here we go.
They breed quickly down there in the dark. But perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Alright. So we have to do 100% of room battles. It's not very difficult. See what the best way to do this is. No matter how we do this, we're going to have to walk backwards a little bit. We're going to go up. Right off the bat, we step in a trap.
Ambushed by foul invention.
That's okay. And here, I think this gets rid of a negative trait. Or a negative quirk, rather. Man, those are locked in. Would love to get rid of some locked in traits, so we don't want to use the Vestal. Sickly's pretty garbage, but the odds of us getting rid of that are pretty low. Okay. Let's do this here, and let's not use that torch. Let's use this one. So aesthetic is removed, and that was not one of the locked in ones. I don't actually even remember what that one did. I'd have to go back and look. Alright, and we face a hulking swine tar. I don't know if we fought this one before. Another very powerful enemy that only really appears in the veteran dungeons. Chance to stun pretty low, so let's go for the gladiator. And we'll just start ticking down right away. Here, let's give everyone that big dodge. One of the best things about having an antiquarian. And go for the stun. We don't have a lot of backline pressure. That's the huge weakness in this group. So I'm going to use her heals. That way I can continue using the more aggressive attacks on the A-bomb. Okay. Let's pop that torchlight. And if we land this stun, crit, that would be huge for us. We don't want her ticking down our light. And if they're going to target either Brett or our leper here, That's all good for us. Let's go ahead and shoot.
Their formation is
that big
broken.
value.
Maintain the offensive.
Alright, that would have been a nice kill. Just nail it.
Continue the
There we
onslaught.
go.
Destroy them.
That's going to give her 25% increased healing skills for how many rounds? Usually just one. Yeah.
Mortality
Oh my god.
clarified in
So
a
what he does
single
is he
strike.
rotates himself to the back line just so he can use that ability.
A momentary abatement.
That hit pretty hard. He's really only weak to bleed as far as that goes. See how much we can do in terms of damage. Only 4. He's got 40% prot. That's worth recognizing. Dodge, not so high. This is, I think, a stun. Yes, and we resisted it. Very good.
A singular
22
strike.
damage. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect. That's going to be a ton of stress relief. 12. And I think here we go for the damage plus the heal. Everyone else is nearly topped off. This is a very resilient group. Everyone has their own form of healing. I'm actually surprised it didn't have a name.
Their cursed champion falls.
Alright. Good loot. Gotta remember to lead with the antiquarian. So guys, it's been a little bit since I got to play some Darkest Dungeon. Thanks to kind of a storm that we had. Came out of nowhere. It hasn't rained where I live in San Antonio for like a month. And then I was recording a video, and then right at the end, I'm like, huh. I thought it was like the dinosaurs, the lizard men in the Total War Warhammer 2 video that were roaring, but it was thunder that was hitting. And I go outside, and it starts to rain, and at first I was excited, but then very soon thereafter, my excitement turned to worry. There's a tree in my front yard, some of the branches started to break off. My neighbor's garbage cans started to fly all over the place, and some baby birds fell out of the tree, and I had to go up. Basically, I threw on my jacket real quick and ran and got them, and brought them to my porch, and then I had to put them in a little carrier until the rain stopped. Yeah, it was close. I think I got them all. I got 2 of them, but I wasn't sure if there was another one that I had missed.
Confidence surges as the enemy
But while I was
crumbles.
running back and forth, it was hard to tell. And it started pouring down, man. It was rough. My power went out. My router actually got fried, and for about 24 hours there, I didn't have internet. So, just in case you were wondering why the kind of the slowdown in videos, that would be why. And the guy came today and actually replaced it. And I think I may have improved my internet setup after messing with it a little bit. Let's just get the healing. We need to eventually get to this dude. Let's see if we can't get the kill plus
Press
a little
this
free
advantage.
torchlight.
Give them no quarter.
Good damage. Whenever she hits a target without protection, she really does do great damage. Alright, no stun. Only a 30% chance. What does that do? It's a debuff minus 15 dodge. Nice.
The flesh
That'll
is
get rid of some of that stress for us. So yeah, guys, the last few days I have been working very diligently on my computer, and I'm pretty much done. I'm installing games right now. There are a few issues. I'm having problems with I'm basically not getting sound, and I think it might just be a simple misunderstanding on my part, or maybe I need to update some drivers, something like that. But I've almost got it.
The match
And it's
is
actually
struck.
another little problem.
A
It's not
blazing star
recognizing
is
my
born.
hard drive. It sees my my SSD, but it's not recognizing my hard drive. So I've got a few little kinks to work out, but for the most part, everything is up and running. I've got my layout almost completely finished, and I'm gonna make a video on that pretty soon. Okay, this is another, I think this is another negative quirk removal. Misses the Spot is one of the worst ones that we have. I hate having minus crit on the leper because half of their thing is they want to crit. But being able to get rid of, like, Inspiring too, one of these locked in quirks would be awesome. Tone Deaf, that was the one I preferred, simply because the Abomination works great in a party with the Jester. And having the Jester stress heal be that much less effective was pretty rough. We've kind of had to overcome a lot to get Brett as a character to work. He ended up getting some of the worst quirks possible. Alright, we want to make room for these deeds. I think we're tossing one shovel. It's a bit redundant there. And who has the best chance of disarming? She does, really? We'll take it. Damn you maggots. See if we can get a double kill. Nope, we get a double miss. That's overconfidence.
Back to the pit.
Excellent dodge. And let's see if we can get this. No, you can't stun them. I always forget. Stunning maggots just doesn't work. Maggots are like cockroaches. They'll survive the nuclear holocaust. We will not. Very good. And let's just go for the heal.
Another abomination cleansed from
So this group is working very well. So despite us being a little bit low on level, our
this expedition at least
gear is fully
promises
upgraded,
success.
as are their skills. So we're pretty strong. We might just explore this entire place. When you have an antiquarian, you don't want to leave any stone left unturned. See if we can keep this thing from giving us some sort of disease. Alright, nice. I was about to say, I'm surprised we got to go before this slobbering ghoul. They're pretty fast, I thought. But it looks like their speed is only 6. Get that dodge up. Dodge it. No disease. Good. And we'll go for the stun here. And unfortunate.
Gnawing uncertainty.
Oh, we picked up the worries on someone.
Birthplace of dread.
Well, you gotta just get rid of one of these guys. Damn. Watch me get another disease. Damn, I wanted that stun. Instead, we're just getting terror stacked on us. Man, that was a really bad. That was a really bad fight.
Perhaps a turning point.
Almost certainly should have prioritized that thing. So here we have so much extra food. Let's just use it, especially on the antiquarian. And we don't have any laudanum, so what you see is what you get in terms of this horror. Our stress is going to shoot up. And good, we had to come here anyway, so good to know. Without the scout, we didn't know whether or not there was a room battle here. Let's take advantage of the surprise to get our dodge nice and high.
The light, the promise of safety.
Huge damage, 21. Nothing we can do about the stealth, Fusilier. Perfect. Flawed dodge. Can we do it again? And we did. That's 8 dodges in a row. Alright, can we do it again? Damn. 9 out of 12 ain't bad though. So we'll mark the leper. This is a bit fancy for this fight. I just kind of want to show you guys the synergy that we could do here. So she is being protected now by the leper, whose buffs are just like out of this world. Plus 18% protection, plus 25% protection, plus dodge, and all these different resistances. That's a lot of mitigation. Even if he gets hit, which is difficult because his dodge is so high, his protection is ridiculous. Buff our dodge some more. Get it up to 18. If they couldn't hit us before, they probably won't be able to hit us now.
The bigger
36.
the beast,
Yes,
the greater the glory.
The greater the glory. Now, let's prevent him from attacking. Preventing enemies from attacking in just about every video game is, in my mind, I see it as a form of healing, right? Damage prevention can be like a type of healing. And I think that's a good way to think about it. You know, let's just get rid of the stress. Alright. See if she can get this. Nope, not quite. Sometimes the Antiquarian will surprise you though. And a whip on the shank is nice. I think we go for this again. Little surprised we weren't faster than him. And if we land a stun, we can do another round of that. Take advantage of our ability to relieve our own stress. No reason not to. Let's go ahead and just finish.
A decisive
Oh, nice, we even get a crit.
pummeling.
Beautiful. Look at the portraits.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Well, we really don't need the food. Man, what are we going to get rid of? I guess maybe like bandages? We want the portraits. Dang. Well, we don't want the food, but what do we need? Honestly, we could almost toss the torches. This group could probably fight in the dark, but that's kind of like famous last words type of stuff. Let's get rid of the anti-venom. And then we know we're going to want to pick up gold. So let's decide right now what to get rid of. And I think it's honestly just holy water. It's been useful for us this time, but it's usually not this useful. Like I said, because we have an antiquarian, we're just going to explore.
Such blockages
Oh
are
my
unsurprising.
God.
These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
This is not a shambler killing squad. The game hates me, y'all. They just want me to throw away all my characters on shamblers. As much as I really want to get another Ancestors item, I don't think this is a shambler killing group. Although it kind of is with Brett. Oh my god, but he's only level 2. If this was like a level 4, level 4, level 4, level 4, even with the Antiquarian, who can be good here, just giving us dodge and backup heals. And the leper's great. Q plus rake. But if we're even able to do this, which is kind of a big if, man, if we're even able to do this, we're going to come out of this one battle so stressed out, it's going to be awful. You know what, I think we go all the way to the end.
The path is clear.
And then
we require only the strength to follow it.
You know, how we're doing, and then we'll see if we want to come back here when we're done. I don't want to jeopardize the actual mission, so that might have been a mistake I made in the last episode. I should have gone and fought the boss first, but I was thinking
Carelessness
that
will
I could
find
do it easily
no clemency in this place.
No, let's ignore that. Oh my god, awesome. We can get rid of Satanophobia. Let's get rid of Misses the Spot. This one's locked in though. Dang. Let's go for the value play. It's not the most offensive.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Alright, cool. We know we can ditch the shovels after this too. Let's see if this is something we haven't read yet. Nope. Journal of Darius. Alright. And this is a pretty tough group. Good to get the ambush on them.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
We'll use the AoE there to try and hit him. And Blight's not the most effective tool against these guys.
As the light gains purchase,
but it's not
spirits
terrible
are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Wasting sickness. Alright. So we're gonna need to get these guys down to their last one. This one's dead. He's already been stunned. Let's stun him. And then we're gonna have to cheese a little bit for HP recovery and stress relief if we can. There's no firewood here, we can't camp. Alright, I'll take it. Let's get that hue.
A death by inches.
If we get the kill here, perfect. He's only got 17 HP. Damn, that sucks. Definitely could have used the heal there. Perfect. Man, I wasn't really trying to get the kill there, but that puts us at full HP and gives us about as much stress relief as we could have hoped.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Alright, Antiquarian, let's open this up. Wow. Okay. Well, let's get rid of these. Dump that. We have to keep the food. We can toss the shovels. And the keys, I guess. I mean, we just gotta make it back down. We might have a hunger check. And torches aren't gonna matter in a second. But they're very easily, the game sometimes spawns things in your way. So there could very easily be something like a hunger tile ahead of us. for another battle. Something that could sap our light. So here we see it spawned a trap. Which kind of sucks because we don't really have anyone that's great at disabling traps. That could have very easily just, like, hurt us. Alright, y'all, wish me luck. No repeats of last time. Ugh. The Shambler's altar, it says, the sacrifice of fire is the gate to ruin. Place a torch if you crave the void. I don't crave the void, but we're going for it, y'all. Come on, Brett. A lot of weight's going to be on the A-bomb.
Behold the infinite
leper.
malignity of
And
the
that
stars.
was an awful shuffle. First turn buffs.
The blood quickens.
We gotta get our dodge as high as it can go. Alright, good dodges. And we should definitely kill these things with Q and Rake. And we're gonna really hope for a positive stress check. Oh, we're getting it here. Okay, come on. Selfish, damn it.
Self-preservation is paramount, at any cost.
I'm gonna transform now, because I don't remember, he might have a way to rush forward. He does, slam. So let's get there. Let's just keep on buffing. Get our dodge as high as it can go. We'll start hammering this thing. Got 110 more HP to get through. They gave me the range, but where is my warhorse? Man, you miss attacks like that.
Keen ears. Good vision.
These are the worst
The
shuffles
end
possible,
approaches.
and now everyone's going to start having these checks. Irrational. They're getting too powerful. We haven't even been able to... If we had perhaps killed some of these, we wouldn't be suffering so poorly. And Brett is paranoid, so that's 3 negative resolve checks.
The
in a
walls
row.
close in. The
And
shadows
we're
whisper
actually
of conspiracy.
gonna retreat. He's at 200. And he had a heart
Hands
attack.
breath from becoming unwound.
Yeah. 4 negative checks. We would have died there for sure. Let's get out of here.
Some experiments
It's
should
too
have
hard to
never
fight that.
happened. You are
Achievement
doing
unlocked.
just work
Twisted and about to
ending them.
break. I think that's from getting 4 negative resolve checks in a single battle. But at least we survived that one. All we've lost there really is gold. Gold that we're gonna have to spend to reduce their problems. But we've got the red plague. That's pretty tough. Dang. No one died though. But taking a bunch of level 2s into a fight that really requires
Women
a bunch of
and
level 4s.
men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
So our event is a day long awaited. Word of our predicament has spread, and a new crop of aspiring corpses steps from the stagecoach. 6 more recruits than usual. So let's see what we get. You see the guys all hanging around there. So what we were looking for was another arbalist, but I think we only have 1 highwayman, which is pretty unusual. And I want to get another one of those. And a level 2 isn't bad.
Elusive, evasive, persistent. Righteous traits for a rogue.
I'll take it. Let's go ahead and we can look at him, see what his positive and negatives. He's obsessed with sainthood. Resilient. Okay. He's really neither good nor bad. Don't hate it. And here now, so we had Triari. Triari can only recover from stress here. And as expensive as that is, I think we have to do it. Let's unequip everything and sort. So we picked up, for our troubles, the surgical gloves. An increase to melee crit skills and melee accuracy. It's really not a bad item if you can get it early, but for us here, I think we're just going to sell it for 1,500. Probably going to sell the medic's greaves as well. We just really don't need that at all. Okay. And that'll help us offset some of the costs that we're about to incur from having to stress relieve people. Normally I try not to even use the stress relief options in the game because they're so expensive, but we've got all of these negatives here. Brett has the reg plague, that's got to go. Hopefully we get a multiplicative cure there. Get her there. Oh, don't tell me she can only go into the penance hall. She will not pray or flagellate. Okay, so she'll probably go into a bar. That's even better because the bar is the cheapest. Anyone else in desperate need? I don't think so. But okay. Well, I mean, we accomplished what we set out to do, and we leveled up in the Warrens, which is nice. I hate not being able to take out the Shambler when we try to, but oh man. The rat carcass isn't horrible if you don't have enough blood, but we do. We have enough blood that no one really should ever die from the Crimson Curse on our watch. And the recovery charm's kind of cool if you're doing a synergy where you're just putting all, like that leper, how we used him to, you know, have a protection. You're trying to force the enemies to attack one character, and then you're making it very easy to heal. The Miller is a pretty tough fight. I don't like taking someone like Kata in with a little bit of stress. Let's take in Skibo. I guess we take in Kata. I want a very reliable group. Maybe Grape Shot isn't bad. I like having as much AoE as I can in this place. And you want those buffs, but I hate not having Q. And we just need a healer. I don't really want to use a level 6 healer for this, so I guess we'll use Boisette. But we've got a little bit of stress to work out. We'll just spam stress heal in the beginning. But this is a strong group. For sure. So let's just check out. Let's first go into the estate and see what kind of upgrades we can make use of. I try not to use characters that are too strong, which is why I'm trying to like level everyone evenly. Bring up my level 2s and stuff. So there may be some times where off camera I do some apprentice level dungeons just to get these like level 1s and 2s up. But I think the easiest thing to do sometimes will be to occasionally let people go. And we're going to upgrade this. Alright. And then recruit people at a higher level. Our stagecoach right now, we just need a couple busts and we could get experienced recruits. That's probably worth doing a little exchanging. We need 15. Let's lower that. So now we'll get level 3 heroes.
Great heroes can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
Alright, that's pretty good. Anything else I want to do while I'm here? I don't think so. I can always check the wagon to see what's good. Nothing. And then let's take a look at our items, because as we've talked about before, ooh, what's that? The Highwayman's, yeah. So as we talked about before, the farmstead doesn't have traditional torchlight, so that opens up a little bit of variance in terms of what you can bring. So there's no negative here. If we give this to Stefan, he'll always have 15% damage, speed, and dodge, which is just great. I would definitely want to pair that perhaps with some stress relief. The less stress we have to fight in this place, the better. Ancestor Scroll could be okay. Maybe with something like a focus ring, perhaps. Let's do the heal with the book. And then here, if we're going to be using Revenge, which makes it so that we take 25% extra damage and lowers our dodge, we're going to also be using Withstand, which gives us 25 or 27% extra protection, but we can really like double down on that and give ourselves Barristan's Head and also the Book of Holiness. I don't foresee the death blow resistance being a huge problem. It's very tempting to take the camouflage cloak and the sun ring because they're just strict buffs in this place, and I love the extra dodge. This is just an extra 5 HP, which is probably not as good as 15 dodge. That's pretty good. And the Ancestor Scroll, I think, is uniquely perfect on Skibo. Alright, looking good. Alright, y'all, wish me luck. We're going to take on the Miller. This might make this kind of a long episode, but I think we'll be fine. So, man, I really don't remember what is in here. I think there are chests at like different sections. Let's take like a stack of everything, I guess. We'll take a little bit of food, and maybe we should take a little bit of laudanum as well. Take 4, 1 for each person. I really don't remember. I have beaten this as far as you can beat it. I have beaten the final boss of this. It's just been so long for me that I don't remember exactly what happens in here. In this particular, like the Miller run, the first Miller run. I kind of have an understanding of the never-ending parts. I think this is fine though.
Slabs etched with certain celestial designs were erected around the perimeter of the farmstead. The miller, lamentably eager for some early sign of improvement, fixed his watery eyes intently upon the wilted fields and listless mill. My gaze, however, was cast skyward, and I marveled at the limitless profanity of the stars, wondering what harvest might come.
He just brought everything upon himself. Let's get in there. Literally call down giant Cthulhu monsters from the heavens. Alright, so our first group here, Sleeper's Herald. Want to take that thing out. It's got riposte, but it's only got 8 HP. Nice, good dodge.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Let's use this first, so we don't take any heavy hits. actually like that it does mark us. And very soon we're just going to be spamming out stress heals. And we're going to be relying very heavily on Kata to do the damage in this place.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Alright, there we go. That's the final buff.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Get a little heal here. So if you guys don't remember, we've got to fill up this gauge with enemies killed. He's got 52 protection right now. Almost no dodge, but...
Continue the onslaught. Destroy.
It's hard to say that
them
matters when your
all.
protection and your HP are that high. Let's just keep them from attacking. We just don't want them to use sow the seeds over and over again. And this is where Hew really comes in handy. It almost might be better to have Hew over Chop, but the benefit comes in getting the huge crit bonuses. And our items are designed to keep Kata alive. But later on, we'll have better offensive items, I think, that we can give to him that'll really synergize with the crit aspect. And you'll find that he's critting every single turn, which means stress isn't a problem at all. It's like free stress heal, basically.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Man, we really can't do anything. So let's just take the heal. Stealth kind of messes up a little bit, but not too bad.
Precision
Excellent.
and power.
I was about to say, are they going to stack some more on us? Our resistance to being blighted is plus 30% right now. He says these fields spring forth from a madman's nightmare.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Triple dodge, eh? Every time he
Destroyed.
uses an attack like that, he should kill someone. But we need that clear to kind of keep him rolling into his range. And yeah, we get our first horror. We've got Laudanum if we need it. This gives a heal. Well, let's just get rid
As
of
the
this guy.
fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Man, the whiffs. Does he have some sort of accuracy debuff, I wonder? Might need to look at him.
Be gone, fiend.
And we'll take that for the heal. Because if that thing explodes, it does really bad stress damage to you. And we're just not hitting that. What is the accuracy mod on that? I should check. So these things can't bleed, the scarecrows. That's worth remembering. Let's go for the big heal. Okay, he's gonna get the stun. I'm pretty sure that stuns. It does, and he gets it, which is rough. So we're really counting on him doing the damage. We've got plus 50% stun resist. That's crazy. Alright, let's start using some of our other abilities here. Getting riposte is great for when they do these AoE attacks. We can bypass stealth this way. Just stack a little bit of bleed on the plow horse.
obliterated.
Nice. Alright, there's a free heal. Now we're up to 6 bleed. We're at kind of like a little checkpoint here. Man, we miss our riposte. That sucks.
The monster's size has no intrinsic
And there we go. We get to see it
merit,
explode.
unless inordinate
That rotation made it so that we
be
couldn't get to
considered
it.
a virtue.
But here we go. So the Sleeper's Dream shows up. It's got 500 HP. And it's going to kind of take us to the next part of this.
Safe from the comet's maddening light. For now.
See, I don't remember what these things do. I'm certain we can interact with this in some way. Some of these give supplies, some give stress relief. The gleaming shards. I feel like we could just grab this. I think this just gives us shards. Okay, 5 shards.
Reward
Awesome.
for a task well performed.
You know what, let's just... We have 6 of these. Let's just use them. And I kind of want to use a little bit of food as well. Not too much. Let's keep going. So the colors shift. So now we're in gleaming light. So bleed skill chance, healing skills are 15% more
An
effective.
encounter from the past.
But kind of the same thing for the enemy.
Perhaps
Plus they can crit us.
the future.
Look how everything shifts and the music changes. It's so awesome in here. Our chances to bleed them are very low. We should certainly just attack. We did manage to bleed it though. I don't know if you guys have seen this enemy yet. The Crusher. It's a pretty powerful boy. Yeah, you haven't seen him yet. I can tell because we don't have any of his skills visible. So we're gonna have to do the whole thing we've done before. Whoa, can we not? Did they nerf this? Oh my god. So guys, I think they nerfed this. I had no idea. Well, we learned something together. I'm gonna have to change his abilities. We can't use those buffs. Maybe we should have saved them for the boss fight. That's 8 bleeds for 5 rounds. That's gonna have to go. Gotta get rid of the stress guy. Well, I learned something new. I can't believe that. And we can't unlock it. Maybe we could have done it while we were in that last screen. But it's only 1 use per battle, but it's counting this as like a separate battle. I can't believe that. I guess the strategy was perhaps too good. That they felt like they really needed to nerf it.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
And this little guy is surprisingly annoying.
Another one falls.
Gotta get rid of that before it explodes. Alright, I'll take that. And you add this 25% to this 15% to this 30%, and her heals are very strong. Well, at least we learned this lesson before the boss fight. I'm kind of curious as to whether or not it would give it to us on the next section of this. If maybe they force you to take kind of like a break. But I feel like the answer to that is probably no. I may want to sit here and kind of look it up while we're fighting. Yeah, I think I should do that. Let's get rid of the big guy.
Victory. Perhaps a turning point.
Okay, these have to go. Excellent riposte.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
If we can kill this, it'll be great. Oh, we did not.
Executed with impunity.
Because it would have been a nice double heal for her. And she's almost done bleeding. Alright, stress dealer's got to go first.
Annihilated.
His buff is extra speed.
Mortality
Damn.
clarified in a single strike. Eradicated.
Alright, well done. The maggot's still at full HP. Go for the one in the back. The leper can smash the one in the front. Try again. Yeah, and it works. Big heal for her. Keep the stress relief rolling. So what I'm reading right now, if you're wondering why I'm kind of lagging a little bit in this gameplay, it says you can use the crystal dust for skill refreshes. Well, at least I know now. Before we get to any kind of like endless run scenario. Alright, big boy's gotta go. The thrall will explode and really hurt us.
Exposed to a killing blow.
As long as we don't get stunned here, we have a good chance. Okay, good. 14 damage on the hit. And we're nearly done with this place. Excellent. Okay. Let's just end his life. Not take the risk. No stuns. Come on. Damn. We really want to keep the stress relief going every single turn.
Healed, but never hidden.
Relying on that move to land and having it miss feels so bad. Let's take the stuns out of the equation. Just take him out. Hope Riposte does something good for us.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Excellent dodge. We haven't had a lot of dodges this run either.
A
That's what I'm
singular
talking
strike.
about. Repose, man. Well, as you guys are aware, we don't have any of the dust in our party, so we're going to have to switch up the leper's moves, all of which are not upgraded. Didn't see that coming, did you? I love it. The trash talk and disrespect. And we'll take the heal here. I think we're at the limit, yeah. So this guy's going to pop up and send us into another neutral zone.
A closer look, perhaps?
Okay, so this is the fresh harvest, which just heals you, I think. We don't really have any damage. So it's just a full heal on one person.
Furrows of earth.
Oh, and I forgot to change my
filled
abilities.
with
Damn it.
blood.
Okay, I have to remember to do that before we fight the miller. I'm so bad about that. I start talking and I forget what I'm doing.
The ground quakes.
How are we not hitting these guys? So they're husks and humans. I need to look and make sure we don't have some sort of negative. And I wanted to test there to see if stunning knocked him out of the riposte. I couldn't remember. But now I know. It does not. So the foreman has marked us. See if we can get riposte up. The sooner we do that, the better. And we can even get it here for a nice self-heal. Perfect.
Devastating blow.
I like it when they spread the damage around. We can heal that pretty easily. Actually, the damage is mostly on her. So healing is a bit reduced. This guy should be dead now.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle. A death by
So now we're just dealing with the foreman. And his buddies. So many actions.
A decisive
Perfect.
pummeling.
2 damage. We'll go for this. And we'll go for another Hound's Harry.
Masterfully executed.
I was hoping the Houndmaster would go first there. Hound's Harry would have finished him. And when you one-shot someone, you don't get hit with the riposte, of course. Just keep our riposte up and take advantage of that free heal. Beautiful. Just take a second to heal her. So in this light, the farmstead miasma, we get, you know, a lot less healing and more stress. Damn, that stealth wrecked us. We don't want to pass turn because we don't want to suffer stress-related issues. But a one-shot there is perfect, so they don't get any value from that riposte. Yeah, and they're going to dodge it. I don't know if we have anything that deals with stealth on this squad. Like, even as an option, I'm not sure. If anything that bypasses stealth, I don't think so. Other than AoE damage, which we do have. Sure. We can't cause him to bleed, but we can do a little bit of damage.
Festering fear consumes the mind.
Perfect. And we could use the laudanum here, which we may want to do before the miller.
The instruments pause, but the symphony will soon continue.
So the fireplace, I'm pretty sure, is straight up like a campfire. We need to change these if it's not going to let us use them. Hue at the very least. I don't think Purge is upgraded at all. This buffs our accuracy and does like a knockback. I mean, it's better than nothing. We don't even have Intimidate. This has de-stealth. Wow. This bypasses stealth. I did not know that. So I learned something there. We're going to use our dog treats. And we're going to pop our holy waters once we get in there. What is this referred to as? The Miller's Hearth. This is a camp.
A moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
So this is a chance for us to get some buffs on ourselves if we have them. So like clean guns would be huge. And we can get some resistances on him. So not the best camping skills. I mean, Prey could give us some protection on some people. And then Therapy Dog reduces our stress for the next battle. So we know we want to do clean guns. That's a given. We know we want to do Prey. So that's 5 protection there, but 15 on the Leper, because the Leper is considered religious. And then the Bloody Shroud. So very nice. And then now, all we have... I guess we use Chant. Is there any benefit? What's the difference? So he'll get minus 20% stress and everyone else will get minus 10. This is just a smaller upgrade. Oh, this is only for one person. No, I don't want to do that. We want this for everyone. Alright. It just doesn't go on Skibo. Yeah, let's rest. You add these different resistances to the holy water, and we're gonna be fine, I think. All right, our first Miller encounter.
Rejoice at the familiar sight of mud, rain, and ruin.
143 HP. So now we're gonna pop our dog treats for the first time ever. That gives us 50% damage and accuracy. We're going to use some holy water here, and now we just want to give it to this dude. 9 damage, not a lot. He's hyper resistant to bleed. Bleed is not his thing. Riposte is going to be strong against him. It looks like he can be stunned, but I don't think I would count on that. Let's try and see if we get lucky on the first time. We do. Wow. But he's got multiple actions. The Leper is going to be the one that we rely on to do the damage. But we're happy to have Hugh now, so we can start kind of clearing these guys out. Really hoping there that he would hit our boy, but he did not. Stefan's riposte would have absolutely smashed him. And he has to use point-blank shot here.
Well struck.
Going to give us that nice buff.
A dizzying blow to body
a little
and
bit
brain.
of a crit. need to remember to use that on everyone. That's got to go as well. Stacking the damage. We've nearly got him. Halfway. I don't remember if he has a heal. Alright, Leper, this is your time to shine. Log them right away there. Okay, let's do this. I realized I had forgotten. Let's try and get some kills while also putting damage on him. Does she have that resistance? She does not.
The blood quickens.
Let's also get rid of that debuff. Y'all. You got an increased chance to crit him. Log him. Here we go. Man, no crits. This reaping is really rough. We're barely countering that. We need to get him down before he summons more guys. Good, excellent dodges. But we haven't gotten like a single crit on him. There we go. I just need to say that every time I attack.
Nothing lives for long on these barren fields.
We're done. Return to the hamlet. So we get 30 comet shards, some crests. We sell back all the stuff we really didn't need. I don't mind taking a little financial hit there just to make sure that we're prepared. And then we also collected 35 comet shards, plus the 30, plus the ones we have. We did get experience. Light sensitive? Okay, I don't like that. Would love to get rid of it. But I think we're going to unlock something now that we didn't have access to before.
The poor caretaker. I fear his long-standing duties here have affected him.
So we're now going to have access to recruit shard mercenaries. So a select few champion heroes have come to answer the strange call of the comet. They hunger for the spoils of this otherworldly vessel and can only be used for the endless harvest quest in the farmstead. They can be found by the stagecoach. So instead of taking up slots in our main group, the game gives us the option to recruit these different people. So like here, we want to take all 4 of these.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
I don't remember how many of these we can have. But as you just saw, these 2 are very good.
This man understands that adversity and existence are one and the same.
Are still 2 of the better group, units you can bring in there, as well as
the raw strength of youth may be spent,
the men at arms.
But his eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
But once again, my knowledge on that was basically, a unique. He's got Twilight Dreamer. Only 1 hero per roster can have that. Wow, pretty cool. Sucks that it's on this, but it ignores stealth.
The thrill of the hunt. The promise of payment.
Okay. So, like I said, I don't know how many of these we can have. They do come fully upgraded. They do also... Oh, this guy, yeah. So, you have to pay them. And the way you pay them is with this quirk here, Shard Mercenary. They don't take up roster spots, and they will only go into the farmstead. So they take 10% of your shard loot. So if you take 4 of them into your group, they're going to end up taking 40% of whatever shards you bring out. So sometimes it is just better to use your own guys if you're confident, just to make sure you get the maximum number of shards. But now we've got 47 shards, so I guess that wasn't cumulative. It just gave me like a weird accounting for some reason. But we've got enough to buy some of the items if we wanted. Plus 20 dodge and 25% blight skill chance. Plus 20% healing. This is one of the better items in here, but I don't know if it's one that I want to get right off the bat. This is also a pretty good one. Increased accuracy, which you really want if you're constantly transforming. You want your rakes to hit every single time if you can. And then we've got the lens, and then you also have the occultist item. I would like to save up for the spectral spear tip. And we've already looked at these a little bit. We'll have a closer look next time. And let's help out our brothers and sisters in arms here who suffer from some pretty serious stress problems. I think that's all we need to do. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm happy we reached another pretty big milestone here in today's episode. It says, with the miller defeated, the farmstead slips even further beyond time and space. Assemble a party and face whatever strangeness awaits in the endless harvest. So the harvest is indeed endless, but there is a boss. And the boss is extremely difficult. So it's a very powerful monster. I don't know what this in-game condition is. Some of this stuff is new to me. I did this as it came out, and they've changed some things. So I'm going to have to learn some of this stuff as we go, just like you guys. I'm not sure what the in-game condition is, but I'll look that up in my free time and figure it out. The rewards are endless, but I'm sure it's pretty difficult. The first time we do it, I may take my own party instead of taking, you know, these guys, because I would love to get the maximum number of shards. But we'll have to see. We need someone who can give us stress relief if we're going to go into there with these special mercenary guys. But look forward to tomorrow's episode. I think we're definitely going to take on the necromancer. We may do a Warren's thing first, because this is a pretty useless item. It gives you bonus damage versus the fanatic, who like never shows up unless you have the Crimson Curse, which we do not have. He's a tough boss, but I can't imagine, you can't prepare for him. He's a random encounter, so that item is worthless to me. I like to keep one just for fun, but like beyond that, I'd rather not get that item. So we'll try and re-roll it. We'll level up the Warrens perhaps, or the Cove. You know, if we level up the Cove, we would get the Arbalister item, which is decent. And then Gentle Tide, and then we could go right back into the Cove. Or we could just go straight into here and then level up again and then go straight into the next boss. We'll see. Either way, it'll be fun. I'm not too worried about it. We'll figure out what we want to do when we get there. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brett, and my channel is Goodtalk Gaming. Before you go, though, let me hook you up with your daily dose of knock-knock jokes. Oh my god, they're so bad. Knock-knock. Who's there? Ken. Ken who? Can I come in? It's freezing out here. Alright. There you go. Alright, y'all. Take it easy, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Later.